Hey everyone, and welcome to a deep dive you're not going to want to miss. We're diving into the world of the sweet potato,
Oh, yeah.
and we're uncovering some amazing facts about this really incredible food.
Right.
We've got a fascinating video we're looking at today that explores, well, everything. Sweet potato, its history, its nutritional benefits, and even some potential health benefits of this root.
It's interesting how we think of like superfoods as like these exotic ingredients. But the sweet potato is something that most of us already have in our kitchens.
Right.
And it really deserves a spot on that superfood list.
I think so too. And the video starts out with a fact that just blew my mind.
Okay.
Sweet potatoes have been around since 8,000 BC.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
8,000 BC. That's a long time.
I know, it's incredible. It's amazing how far back its history goes. And the video takes us all the way back to Peru, to the origin of sweet potatoes.
Yeah. The evidence really points to Peru as the starting point for this orange wonder that we all know and love.
And from Peru, it seems like the sweet potato went on like this incredible journey across the globe.
It did.
The video even mentions that it became known as the Malaga potato in Spain
Oh, wow.
after Columbus's voyages.
Yeah.
Because it just thrived on the Malaga coast.
I love that. It's traveled far and wide. Speaking of traveling, the video also mentions all the different names
Yeah.
for sweet potato from around the world.
Oh, yeah.
You've got batata camote moniato.
Yeah.
So many different names.
It's great. I love that. It just shows how widespread and beloved this root really is.
Absolutely.
But let's get down to like the heart of it all, the nutritional power of the
Yeah.
sweet potato. What is it that makes this such a nutritional powerhouse?
Well, just imagine this. One single medium-sized sweet potato
Okay.
is absolutely packed with nutrients.
Okay.
Low in calories, but so rich in fiber and vitamins and minerals.
The video really highlights the vitamin A content.
Yeah.
One sweet potato can provide 120%
No.
of your daily recommended intake.
That's right. And as you know, vitamin A is so important for good vision and healthy skin.
It's just incredible how much is packed into one sweet potato. And speaking of that, we talk about the color. We see that vibrant color. Is there a connection between the color and the nutritional value?
There is. That vibrant orange color actually signals the presence of these beneficial compounds called carotenoids.
Okay.
And they play a really big role in the sweet potato's health benefits.
So these carotenoids are kind of like the VIPs of the sweet potato world.
Uh-huh. Exactly. And the video dives into 3 key bioactive compounds that are found in sweet potatoes: beta-carotene, chlorogenic acid, and anthocyanins.
Okay, so let's break those down one by one. What's so special about beta-carotene?
Well, beta-carotene is what gives the sweet potato its beautiful orange color. And your body actually converts it into vitamin A. It's crucial for your eye health. And research has shown that it might even help protect against age-related macular degeneration.
Really? So a sweet potato can help with eye health?
It can. And here's a fun fact from the video. If you eat a ton of beta-carotene,
Okay.
your skin can actually temporarily take on a slightly yellowish tint.
What?
Yeah, it's harmless, but it's definitely a sign that you've been enjoying your sweet potatoes.
Like, hey, have you been hanging out with the sweet potatoes again?
Exactly. But let's move on to the next VIP, chlorogenic acid.
Okay.
This powerhouse is also found in things like coffee apples and blueberries,
Uh-huh.
and it has some amazing potential benefits.
I'm intrigued. What can it do?
Well, for starters, it's been linked to blood sugar regulation.
Okay.
It also acts as an antioxidant, which helps to protect your cells from damage. And there's even been research that suggests it could influence hormones that make you feel fuller after you eat.
So we're talking blood sugar control, fighting free radicals, and maybe even some help with weight management.
That's right.
I'm starting to think we should all be adding sweet potatoes to our plates.
I agree with you there. And finally, we have the anthocyanins. These are abundant in purple sweet potatoes. These powerful antioxidants are linked to good cognitive function, including things like memory, and they might even improve blood vessel health.
Okay, so we've got eye health, potential blood sugar regulation, antioxidant power, and even potential cognitive benefits. Is there anything that sweet potatoes can't do?
Well, there are a few things to keep in mind, which we'll discuss later, but for the most part,
Yeah.
the sweet potato's reputation as a nutritional powerhouse is well-deserved.
I'm wondering how all of this goodness translates into benefits for people with active lifestyles, especially athletes.
Yeah, that's a great question. The video dives into that specifically. If you're an athlete, sweet potatoes become even more important in your diet.
Okay, I knew there had to be a reason why sweet potatoes are so popular among athletes. Fill me in.
Okay. One of the key things for athletes is replenishing their glycogen stores after a tough workout. And sweet potatoes are perfect for that.
Mm-hmm.
A medium sweet potato boasts about 20 grams of net carbs, which is a great starting point.
So it's like fuel for those muscles?
Exactly. Does that mean that athletes can just load up on sweet potatoes and call it a day? Well, it really depends on their individual needs and how intense their training is. They might need to supplement with other carb sources too. But what's great about sweet potatoes is they're surprisingly filling thanks to all that fiber.
That makes sense. So not just energy, but sustained energy. That keeps you feeling good. It sounds like sweet potatoes offer a lot more than just athletic benefits. What about the rest
Oh,
of us who aren't hitting the gym every day?
you're absolutely right. One area where sweet potatoes really shine is blood sugar management.
Okay.
So if you're concerned about keeping your blood sugar levels stable, the sweet potato is your friend.
Interesting. Tell me, how do they help with blood sugar?
Studies have shown that regular sweet potato consumption can actually improve your insulin sensitivity, which is key for regulating blood sugar levels. And the video explains a few ways that they achieve this. First, those anthocyanins that we mentioned, along with the prebiotic fiber, work together to promote a healthy gut microbiome.
Ugh, the gut microbiome. It seems like everything good for our health ties back to a healthy gut.
You're not wrong. A healthy gut is connected to so many aspects of our overall well-being. And when it comes to blood sugar, a thriving gut microbiome plays a crucial role in improving insulin sensitivity.
So in a way, sweet potatoes are helping us manage blood sugar indirectly
Hmm.
by supporting our gut health.
That's a great way to put it. Are there any other ways
Mm.
that they help?
Yeah.
The video mentions that sweet potatoes may actually stimulate the production of a hormone called GLP-1,
GLP-1.
which naturally lowers blood sugar levels after meals.
Wait, I've heard of GLP-1 because it's used in some medications for diabetes.
Right.
Are you saying that sweet potatoes might have a similar effect naturally?
That's what some research suggests, but more studies are needed
Yeah.
to fully understand this connection. What we do know for sure is that sweet potatoes contain both soluble and insoluble fiber,
Okay.
which is a powerful combination for good digestion.
We've talked about the benefits of fiber a lot already,
Yeah.
but clearly it plays a crucial role in our health. Remind me, what does each type of fiber do?
Of course, soluble fiber dissolves in water, and it helps slow down digestion,
Okay.
which can prevent those blood sugar spikes.
Uh-huh.
Insoluble fiber, on the other hand, adds bulk to your stool and keeps things moving smoothly through your digestive system. Both are essential for a happy and healthy gut.
It sounds like sweet potatoes are setting our gut up for success in a lot of ways.
Precisely. And remember that prebiotic fiber in sweet potatoes
Hmm.
is like food for the good bacteria in your gut. It helps beneficial bacteria like Bifidobacterium flourish,
Okay.
which in turn can reduce harmful bacteria and promote overall gut health.
So it's like sweet potatoes are helping to create a thriving ecosystem of good bacteria in our gut. And we know a healthy gut contributes to a strong immune system and helps to reduce inflammation throughout the body. It really is all connected.
It is. And now let's shift gears a little bit and
Sure.
talk about another fantastic aspect of sweet potatoes, their versatility in the kitchen.
Oh, I completely agree. Think about it. You can roast them, fry them, mash them, bake them into desserts. The possibilities are really endless.
The video even mentions using them as the base for curries.
Really?
Yeah. It's incredible how one ingredient can be transformed into so many different dishes.
And they're just delicious. That natural sweetness is so satisfying. We've covered a lot of ground about the amazing sweet potato, but it's important to be aware of some nuances. This wouldn't be a deep dive if we didn't explore those as well.
Right, absolutely. Let's address a few things to keep in mind when it comes to sweet potatoes.
All right, so we've established that sweet potatoes are like nutritional superstars,
Mm-hmm.
but are there any downsides or like things to watch out for?
That's a really good question. I mean, even the healthiest foods can have potential downsides
Right.
if we're not aware of them. And the video does mention a few precautions.
Okay, perfect. Let's dive into those. What's the first thing on the list?
Well, the video cautions against overcooking sweet potatoes. Apparently, if you cook them for too long, it can actually increase their glycemic index,
Huh.
which means they could cause a much faster rise in blood sugar.
Oh, that's interesting. I always thought that like roasting veggies for a long time was the way to go.
It really depends on the vegetable.
Yeah.
With sweet potatoes, finding that sweet spot in terms of cooking time is key.
Okay, so we're aiming for perfectly cooked. Not too mushy, but not undercooked either.
Exactly.
Got it. What else should we be aware of?
Well, the next one is less of a caution and more of a tip.
Okay.
The video highlights the importance of keeping the skin on your sweet potatoes.
Oh,
That's where a lot of the beneficial compounds are concentrated.
that makes sense. It's like nature's packaging, protecting all the good stuff.
Right.
Of course, we should wash them thoroughly
Oh,
first.
absolutely. Now, this next one might be news to some listeners.
Okay.
Sweet potatoes contain moderate to high levels of oxalates.
Oxalates, aren't those the things that can contribute to kidney stones?
Yeah, that's right. For most people, this isn't a major concern. But if you have a history of kidney stones, it might be worth moderating your sweet potato intake.
That's really good to know. It's all about balance and like considering our individual needs.
Exactly. And the final precaution that's mentioned in the video relates to high doses of beta-carotene supplements.
Okay.
Some studies have linked those supplements to an increased risk of lung cancer in smokers.
Wait, so should people who smoke just avoid eating sweet potatoes altogether?
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's important to distinguish between supplements and whole foods.
Okay.
To reach those high doses of beta-carotene through food alone, you would have to eat
Yeah.
an enormous amount of sweet potatoes, far more than anyone would realistically consume.
Yeah. Okay. So enjoying sweet potatoes in moderation isn't going to be a problem.
Exactly. It's all about a balanced diet. The key takeaway is that while sweet potatoes are packed with beta-carotene, it's generally best to get your nutrients from whole foods rather than relying on supplements, especially if you have any health concerns.
That's great advice. It's so easy to get caught up in the hype of superfoods and supplements.
I know.
But sometimes the simplest approach is the best.
You're absolutely right. Whole foods cooked in a healthy way are usually the way to go.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive into the world of sweet potatoes. I'm feeling like a whole new level of appreciation for this humble root vegetable. It's a nutritional powerhouse
It really is.
with so many potential benefits for our health.
It's remarkable how something so readily available and affordable can be so good for us.
Absolutely. So to recap, sweet potatoes are an incredible source of fiber, vitamins, minerals, and those amazing bioactive compounds we talked about. They're great for athletes. They can help with blood sugar management. They support gut health, and they're incredibly versatile in the kitchen.
And while there are a few precautions to keep in mind, overall there's no reason not to enjoy this delicious and nutritious food.
I agree. Now that you've discovered all this about the sweet potato,
Huh.
what delicious way are you going to try it next? A vibrant purple sweet potato smoothie, perhaps? Or some crispy baked sweet potato fries?
Now you're making me hungry.
That's what we like to hear. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the incredible world of the sweet potato. We'll catch you next time for another fascinating exploration. Until then, stay curious. We really went deep today, huh?
We sure did. I feel like I learned a lot.
Me too. So many interesting facts about the sweet potato. I mean, who knew? They had such a rich history and so many health benefits.
I know. It's amazing how something so simple can be so good for you.
Exactly. So now that you've learned all about it, what delicious way are you going to try it next? Maybe a vibrant purple sweet potato smoothie? Or some crispy baked sweet potato fries?
Oh man, now you're making me hungry.
That's the goal. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the incredible world of the sweet potato. We'll catch you next time for another fascinating exploration. Until then, stay curious.